I like being outside, and I like being outside in the wintertime. It's really nice. The cold weather doesn't really bother me, and it's really quiet. So I'm Josh Bouchard. Grew up in Northwood, New Hampshire. Graduated with a degree in civil engineering. Been working in Portsmouth and Manchester since then for a couple different engineering companies, and currently right now working down in Manchester. Been having the sugaring business for 7 years now. This will be our 7th season, and it's going well. It can definitely be a challenge, particularly this time of year. Basically from like mid-February to mid-April, it's pretty hectic because I'll work during the day and then we'll come home. Usually work a little early and then come home, and all the sap we get we have to haul it to the sugar house because it's on the other side of town. And then usually up till at least midnight any night that we're boiling. If it's a good day, then it might be up till like 1, 2 o'clock. My wife Lisa, she helps out a lot during the daytime. Really the big thing is taking care of the kids, so if she wasn't staying at home, we really would not be able to do what we're doing to the extent that we are. My daughter Isabella, she's now 9, so she's getting more involved. My middle daughter, Danielle, she's only 3, so she's not doing much more than just eating it. And then Nick is only 1, so he's not doing much either, but yeah. It's been cold. It's very similar to last season where we'd get, a couple days of warm weather, and then it would be 4 or 5 days of cold weather when the trees wouldn't run. Usually by like the last week in March, early first week in April is when our season's wrapping up. And so long as the season gets pushed further in April, we'll still be okay. This is the first time that we've had like 3 feet of snow in the woods. So I usually set all my lines up so I can get over them easily, so they're about 2.5 feet off the ground, 2 to 2.5 feet. This is the first year I've had to dig lines out of the snow. Usually we can tap all of our trees in 2 days. It took me, I think, 4 days, but there's not much you can do about that. It is what it is. Same thing with the cold weather. So yeah, the cold weather, you can't do much about it. It is what it is. You can't make syrup when it's below freezing out. So the weather's out of our hands. We can only get what we get. We got into it thinking it was just going to be a hobby type thing, and when we had our first Maple Weekend and saw how many people just showed up and they knew nothing about us, and we'd only been doing this for a couple weeks at that point.
So it's kind of doing that now?
Kids get super excited about it. I think Maple Weekend's been around now for 30 years maybe. There's the New Hampshire Maple Producers Association. They represent New Hampshire maple producers. The Maple Weekend is the big promotion weekend to try to get people to come and visit the sugar houses. But it's going good, and I'm hoping that we can keep expanding and stuff and keep growing and keep getting the business end of it bigger.